Hey y'all, today we're doing a weekly reading for the sign of Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or Jupiter. And I've already pre-shuffled the cards we're going to be using, the 4 decks. This is for the person that's on your mind whenever you come across the video. The first thing we're going to get is 3 cards for the general environment, something that you may need to be mindful of. Then we're going to pull a spread for the energy between you and the person on your mind, an outcome spread, and advice cards. Since it is a general reading, if you need to swap it around to make it fit better for your story, then go right ahead. All right, Sagittarius. The 3 cards that you need to be mindful of regarding your environment, and my intention is for this not to be love related. So you got the 5 of Cups reversed, the Devil card, and the Wheel of Fortune. I feel like this is saying if you can transmute the devil energy into something like a hobby or a goal, it will make a positive change forward. There's something in your life. If there's not, maybe you could make a list and figure out what that thing is. But if you could figure out what that thing is that you have a lot of passion for, and you get to the point, it's like where you love it so much you would do it for free. If there's anything like that in your life and you channel that energy towards it, it's like that will make your wheel turn. So that's what I got for the environment. Let's see what is going for the person on your mind. Sagittarius and the person on their mind. We're going to get the overall situation like right now. All right. The overall situation right now. 8 of Wands in the reverse. So overall, there's a sense of there's blocked communication between you and this person. So everything that's happening between you and them is like you're separated from each other if this is your story. So on your side, you got the 3 of Wands reversed, the 8 of Cups, and the Sun card. Almost, I feel like somebody else got this message before recently. I don't remember who it was, but it's like up until this point, you could have been waiting on this person to show up in a certain type of way that you wanted for this situation to happen. Okay, you're no longer waiting on this situation. You don't really have any expectations that anything is going to come of it. It's kind of like whatever will be. You're getting into that, and you're working on energetically detaching from this situation since the communication is blocked. And what you don't realize is the time you've spent in kind of not really being with anybody else and waiting around on this situation. If you were with anybody else, it was kind of very surface level. And so, because you were actually waiting on this person to show up a certain way. Since they haven't done that, and you've kind of worked on yourself in the process, you're starting to find your happy place on your own with the Sun card being there. It's like you didn't intend for that to happen, but with the way the process worked, while you waited around on this person, wanting them to show up a certain way, now it's like you don't care if they show up anyway or not, because it's like you're finding that the happiness that you were seeking is within you, with the Sun card being there in the upright. On their side, they have the 2 of Cups reversed, the Wheel of Fortune reversed, and the Ace of Pentacles in the upright. So a very slow moving energy with the Ace of Pentacles, but it's a very positive energy. So it's like their intentions may be that they feel like, even though this is not being reciprocated right now, 2 of Cups reversed, they feel like this isn't over. With the Wheel of Fortune reversed, they feel bogged down, and it's like the way they're looking at it is until they can get that fresh new start with you, that's when their wheel will turn in a positive direction. That's the way they're looking at it from their perception. So yes, they do want another chance with you, but it's like, I don't know if they're waiting on the right time for that. And the reason I say that is one of the cards between you and them is the 4 of Wands. And if you look at this, I just noticed this. With your card being the Sun, finding your happiness, their card is being the Ace of Pentacles. The thing between it is the 4 of Wands. So as far as timing goes for this situation, you'll know when it's about time for this to unfold, for this person to want this new start, because we're all attached energetically. We're all connected energetically. And once you find your happy spot, and it's like you don't really have that urgency or that need for this person to come back around for you to feel this way, that's when they're going to want to give you another shot. Sometimes this will happen between people and then they no longer want that person anymore because they have a new self-concept around how they see themselves and what they deserve. So it's like you may feel like you don't deserve whatever this person has to offer anymore. But that's the timing on this. As far as like when this will unfold, it'll be different for everybody. It'll be when certain things happen, not a specific time period. When you found, you're pretty stable and you have more better days than bad ones, and you found that happiness within yourself, no longer worrying about if this person is going to show up or not, and actually ready to move on and energetically detach. That's when they're going to come in with that grounded, solid, wanting to try it again. You know what I mean? But there also is a 5 of Swords here at the top. That may have been what made you decide to just stop waiting around on this, whatever happened between you and them that is equivalent to the 5 of Swords. And then they have the 2 of Cups reversed. So that makes sense. It's like that triggered you to say, okay, I'm done waiting. I'm done expecting. I'm going to work on detaching. Because like I said, I do feel like the communication is blocked between you and them. But it's almost like you should be really thankful for whatever this situation is, because it has allowed you, without even consciously realizing it, to find the happiness that you were seeking in you. You're finding it within yourself. So let's get the outcome. That was a cool little spread. Let's get the outcome for Sagittarius. 10 of Cups in the reverse. And my intention is for this to be over the next week. So I know a whole lot of changes don't happen in a week, but something could change or not. So let's just see. 10 of Cups in the reverse. You are getting over whatever happened between you and them, because the 10 of Swords popped out in the reverse. Now you got the 3 of Wands in the upright. I don't feel like this is you actually waiting on them as much. I feel like this is you starting to expect positive changes in your life because you have worked on healing some of the pain you've gotten through interacting with this person. The dead heart of the spread is the Page of Pentacles. So this tells me, let me tell you what this person's energy is. King of Swords, Emperor reversed, High Priestess. So they may not be a whole lot of communication, but with that Page of Pentacles being here, the action I feel like they'll be taking, because I always pull this to try to figure out if there's going to be any kind of action. The main action that'll probably happen between you and this person, if you see any movement in your 3D, will be something to grab your attention. Something that will subtly grab your attention, and they're hoping that's going to make you come towards them. You see what I'm saying? They're not actually coming forward directly. This would be like if you work with this person, they would email you about something that they needed a copy of, but they really had the copy already, but they're doing it just for the fact to email you. Or if you have kids with this person, they would text you to check on the kids about something they already knew the answer to. Just a reason to get your attention, or put a post on social media that they think would grab your attention in hopes you would comment on it. You see what I'm saying? That's not directly talking to you, because I feel like you intimidate them to a certain degree with the Emperor card in the reverse, and that causes them to want to be quiet. So they may feel like a sense of guilt as far as whatever has happened that you feel this pain from, and they don't want to be shady. The King of Swords is in the upright. That's being very, truthful. But the thing about the King of Swords is he's very matter of fact. He's very logical. He doesn't allow his emotions to pull him around. But the mutual energy between you and this person, King of Cups, Page of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles reversed. The 8 of Pentacles reversed is another reason why I said I don't feel like they're going to directly contact you, because that would involve working on the situation with direct contact. I feel like this is something that they would do to get their attention, or maybe you could do the same. But don't get it twisted. There is still a lot of emotion between you and this person, because the King of Cups, he has a lot of love in there. He may sit on his throne and the emotion may be waving all around him. He's not letting it really faze him, but he does have it. So there is still a lot of love. I just don't feel like it's going to be some humongous change in whatever's going on now. I feel like it'll be about the same. But the only thing that's good on your side, is that you are willing to have this positive outlook on life in general as you're moving through this whole process. And it's something that you didn't plan on happening. It's just the result of you kind of taking some alone time because you didn't really want anybody else but this person, and it helped you find your own happy spot. And that's awesome. So let's get advice. Advice for Sagittarius. We're going to get 5 advice cards, and the first one will be the most significant, and my intentions is that the other 4 will be supporting that one. All right, Sagittarius. The World card in the upright. With the Magician as advice, I feel like that is telling you to trust yourself. If there's anything you're wanting to manifest, from a person to a job to a situation to whatever, you have what you need as far as the passion, the love, the thoughts, the action. You know, everything that the Magician needs on his little table, you have all those things. And if you'll just direct them all in the same direction, you can manifest whatever you want. With the World card being there, I feel like this is saying as advice for you to just make an agreement with yourself that if you do allow this person back in, it's going to be in the spirit of it being a whole new situation. What I mean by that is you're going to be bringing a new energy, and they need to be bringing a new energy. And if they're not, then I would not reconcile with this person with the 3 of Cups in the reverse. And as long as I hadn't found my happy place, I would not be trying to entertain the thought of reconciling with this person. I want you to realize I want you to make sure that you're in a really good spot energetically, emotionally, mentally, and all that whenever you allow them back in. If they do try to come back in, take that moment. My mind is not thinking correctly, but take that time to do that inner test. You know what I mean? Because we always know if we're truly happy inside or not. And if they try to come back in when you haven't found that yet, then still give yourself, they're not going nowhere. There's too much emotion here. They're not going nowhere. You don't have to be in a hurry for it. Just make sure that you have found that happy spot before you allow them back in. Because I do feel like they're going to want to come back in, and it's going to be a slow, steady start to start with. But what will trigger that is whenever you have decided if they come back in or not, whatever will be, and that's when they're going to be triggered. All right, Sagittarius, that's been your reading, and thank you so much for watching.